Hello friends! In today's video, I'm going to be installing a pair of Vatrer's brand new 12.8 volt 460 amp hour lithium batteries. I'm very excited to test these out, and these batteries are physically a little bit larger than the battery bank I'm using right now, so we're going to have to make some modifications to my battery storage compartment. Then we're going to test these batteries throughout the day to see how well they can keep up with the energy demand as I live a typical day here in my box truck. So down here you guys are all familiar with my electrical cabinet, and then down below is where I have my old batteries. So I'm doing the work today at Nomad Dad's location here at his RV park. 460 amp hour, 12 volt lithiums. We got a pair of them because I'm doing a 24 volt battery bank. Here's what the batteries look like. These are pretty heavy duty. I'm actually really impressed with the build quality of these batteries. They have a really nice metal housing. They have, look at these awesome little lifting points, little hinged handles on top of the battery. Another cool thing about these batteries is they have a really nice battery post, really heavy duty battery post. And then additionally they have these little terminal covers that screw on top. So pretty nice advanced battery protection. I went ahead and hooked these two batteries up in parallel to kind of balance the charge between them. And then I used this smart charger. You can get these on Amazon, and this one does 12 and 24 volts. So another cool thing about these batteries is that they do have Bluetooth communication with a really nice built-in app, which allows you to hop in to the dashboard. You can check all the settings on your batteries individually. We can see right now we're at 100% state of charge. We actually have 481.7 amp hours out of the rated 460 amp hours. So these batteries actually are packing a little more punch than they're advertised. And then if you scroll up on the app, you get all kinds of cool specifications. They'll tell you the voltage of the battery, the current, what the current power draw is, and then additionally the cycle count, temperature, and if you go down, it'll show you the voltage of each cell individually. Now for the test today, we're going to be using my Victron Smart Shunt because from what I can tell within this battery app, there's no way to monitor the battery bank when you're running it in series as a 24 volt bank. The only values it's giving me is on a 12 volt battery. So we're going to use the Victron for monitoring throughout this video. But otherwise, this is a very handy app. And now we have the battery bank exposed right here. So these are the old ones that are coming out. These are a little bit more narrow than the Vatrer batteries. So now it's time to go ahead and power down the system. So the first thing we're gonna do is turn off the solar breaker, which is this guy right here. So if you look at the inverter charger, green indicates charging, so the solar power is coming in, charging the batteries. The yellow indicates the inverter is on, like that. And there you can see the solar charge, the green light went off, so we now have no solar coming in. So then the next thing we're gonna do is turn off the inverter. There's a little switch at the bottom. Turn that. So we're gonna turn off our main battery disconnect. Off. There we go. And that display went out. The shunt, the light on the shunt went out. So now we're totally dead. Everything's off. The fridge is off. The diesel heater is off. All the lights. And here we are, surgery complete. Got the 2 batteries, Vatrer batteries in place, 12.8 volt, 460 amp hours. So all I have to do now is I'll hook up the positive to the positive terminal, the negative to the negative terminal, and then I have a interconnect cable here, and that'll go from the negative of one battery to the positive of the other, and that will complete my series connection. And then this 12.8 volt battery bank will turn into a 24 volt battery bank. Batteries connected to the fuse holder, to the shunt. We're in business. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on. The cool thing about these batteries, they have this little push button on off switch. So we're just gonna hit one here, turn that one on, hit one here, turn that one on. The first thing we'll do is we'll turn on the disconnect switch. And then now we'll go ahead and turn the inverter on. We're running again. We got the lights going. So now we're gonna go ahead and kick on the solar breaker right here. So we're in business. The full system has been fully transplanted. 2 Vatrer 12.8 volt 460 amp hour batteries in series. And then I got the task of putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. Isn't that gonna be a fun one? And here it is, completely reassembled. Everything back as it was, except we have a brand new battery bank. Oops. There it is. We got the 2 Vatrer 12.8 volt 460 amp hour lithiums wired in series for a 24 volt bank. Kind of like the little green LEDs they have. It actually matches the little power LED I have up here. Look at that, it's a matching set. All right, my friends, it's time for a run test on this Vatrer battery bank. So we have 2 12.8 volt 460 amp hour batteries, but we are running them in 24 volts. So if we take 460 amp hours and we multiply that by 24 volts, we have just about 11,000 watt hours of energy available to us. And I'm gonna go ahead and open the Victron Smart Shunt right here. And you can see right now the battery bank is at 93%, 26.87 volts. So looking at the charge controller, we're currently bringing in 940 watts, 950 watts of solar energy. Now I do have a little over 1,200 watts on the roof, but it's hot outside. Look at this, 102 degrees outside, 84 degrees inside, 10:24 a.m. on a Friday. And also the solar panels were only spaced off the roof a couple inches, so with that increased heat, you lose a little bit of efficiency. So that's pretty common for me in full sun. I usually get just under 1,000 watts out of my 1,200 watt solar array. So I'm ready to get going. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the air conditioner. It's getting hot. Turn on the mini split. Set it for 78 degree average temperature. Put that right over there. That's a very comfortable temperature in here. Output on the inverter of all things combined inside my tiny home on wheels, 900 and 1,000 watts. 1,000 watts right now is what we're pulling between the air conditioner, all the lighting, everything else going on in here. So the goal for the test today is just to live my life, use my electricity, and see where we end up by the end of the day. The goal is to be able to live in your off-grid tiny home on wheels with solar panels, with a battery bank, and ideally you want to be able to go into the evening as the sun goes down. You want to have a fully charged battery bank. That's the goal. Of course, you don't have to, especially with a big battery bank like this, 11,000 watt hours. That's going to last you a long time over the evening. And then when you wake up in the morning, it's only a couple hours to charge it back up and you're ready to go again. Now we're going to make some breakfast and I'm ready for it. And just to mark a little timestamp, we can see it is 10:32 a.m. and we're currently sitting at a 93% charge. All right, let's do a little battery check. Check. So now we got the AC running. Current temperature cooled down to 78 degrees inside. Cooled down to 78 inside. It's only 89 outside. It cooled down a little bit outside. We had some cloud cover kind of come over, block a little bit of the sun, which helps lower the temperatures. But also blocking the sun will lower the amount of solar you can collect. So let's see how we're doing. So we're holding steady at 92%. And that's with the air conditioner has been running and all the lights, the Starlink is on, my laptop was charging. And right now we're doing the induction cooktop as well. So we're maintaining a nice 92% battery charge. I think we started the video with like 93. And so as soon as I turn the induction off, then that'll reduce my consumption and allow the batteries to recharge even more. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we're going to be back close to 100% by the time it's time for bed. We got 3 eggs, some sliced up beef, as well as a generous amount of onion and bell pepper. Looking very tasty. Inverter's currently putting out 887 watts. Just finished breakfast, brunch I should say. Currently 12:15 p.m. Get my face out of the shot. Holding strong, 92%. All right, I think it's time. I'm gonna go out and do a little work on the van. On the new van, I should say. But first, I'm gonna do a second cup of coffee. I love that new creamer, so delicious. Tell you what, the weather in Cholo, Arizona is quite interesting. We get sunny skies 1 minute, then we get a rainstorm the next minute, As long as I don't get a bunch of rain coming in, getting all the plywood wet, we're gonna keep working. And here it is. As you hear the rain coming down, I got the walls finished. Look at that. Birch all the way around, all the way to the end. Very nice, very happy with the progress. While we dealt with some rainstorms today up here in northern Arizona. But we didn't let that stop us. It's kind of refreshing actually. It's a lot better than the 100+ degree heat. But that's it for work today. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go inside, make some food, check on the electrical, see how those batteries are doing. Let's go get after it. Oh my goodness. It really started dumping out there. It's really picking up. Finished that last couple cuts and that last piece of wall just in time. Right as it's dumping. Look at that. There's still like blue sky and sun over there. I just can't get over that. It's definitely puddling pretty good under the NPR. Look at it just pouring off the rear corner there. All right, well, we did it. Let's check on the electrical. Let me put a shirt on for you guys. It was so hot today, I had to do it without a shirt. What's the temperature right now? 78 in the van, 73 degrees outside. Cooled off a little bit with the clouds and the rain. Now, you know, it's not the perfect day to test solar and electrical and air conditioning. It's hot, it's sunny, and then it's cold and rainy, and it does whatever it wants up here, but that's okay. We'll check on it. 94% battery. Pretty good. So if you remember this morning, we started at 93%. And so we went all day, ran the air conditioner as needed to maintain temperature, did cooking, cooked breakfast, made some coffee, ran the Starlink all day, and we're up to 94%. And keep in mind too, we've had clouds and rain and it hasn't been like a full sun. So pretty happy with it. It's 4 o'clock p.m. It's probably about the end of the sun we're going to get for today. So even still, 94% going into the evening, that's a pretty good situation to be in. We're going to continue the electrical test of these Vatrer batteries. I'm going to make some more food, and then we're going to watch a little YouTube on the television. I think I'll do something simple as kind of late lunch, early dinner. It's only 4 o'clock, but I've worked up quite an appetite. I have some refried beans, chop up some onion, add maybe a little cheese, add some beef, and make a little van life nacho. Doing a checkup on the system. We got 580 watts coming in from the solar. Inverter's putting out 950 watts. That's going to be primarily the Instant Pot. The Instant Pot is about 700. And then additionally, you know, we got the lights, the mini split, the fan is running, the compressor's not on though. We got the Starlink. All the other things going on that make this house a home. All the cheese melted up nice with the beans, with the beef, with the onion. Go ahead and hit it with a little tapatio, why not? Just get all the spices in there. Let's go. Oh boy, look at that. Click on over to YouTube, see what's up. Matt's Off-Road Recovery, let's go.
See if we can get it back to safety.
It is a gorgeous day, about 85 degrees. It's also Friday. I'm wearing my retro Matt's Off-Road Recovery shirt, and we're gonna get them out.
Oh, it was bring your friends to work day, and I didn't bring anybody but myself.
So, I'm gonna start pulling.
And we made it to the end of the day. Let's take a look and see how we did. Currently 73 degrees outside, 79 degrees inside, 7:12 p.m. on a Friday. We can see the sun going down over the mountains. Turned the air conditioner off a while ago. I just got the window open here and then the door open here, letting a little breeze flow through, getting some fresh air. And let's see how we did on our battery bank. The sun is pretty much done for the day. And here we are sitting strong at 93%, which is the number we started out at. So we made it the whole day, cooking, running the Instant Pot, running the cooktop, making coffee, running the air conditioner, running the TV to watch some YouTube, running the Starlink. And we're right back where we started. And so that's pretty good. You always want to have close to 100% going into the evening. And what's funny, people ask me when they comment on my videos sometimes, they'll say, well, how long can you last off grid? How long can you run your air conditioner for? And my answer to them is, as long as there's some sun, I can run it indefinitely. So I think this was a pretty cool test. So you guys can see with 1200 watts of solar on the roof and a pair of the Vatrer 12.8 volt 460 amp hour batteries, you can basically run a tiny home on wheels just like this one indefinitely. I'm pretty happy with those batteries, and what I like about these batteries too is it's a good value. So they're not overpriced like a lot of the big name brands out there. But if you look at them online, look on Amazon through reviews, they have really good reviews, really good ratings, long-term reliability, and the price point is good. So if you're looking for batteries to power your tiny home on wheels, I would definitely recommend checking out Vatrer and get a set of these 460 amp hour batteries. They are an absolute beast. That's it for me today. This is Nomad Brad. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.